Hey guys, welcome back to Doing Up Cars. I'm gonna do up a heap of cars.
Great, dude.
I'm
That's cool.
also gonna buy a car I want after I've taken this crazy machine to the fixer-upper shop.
Dude, I'm so legitimately happy for you, actually.
Yeah, it should be.
I was thinking during the break
Yes.
that instead of the One Piece series of us going through it,
Don't
we
fucking
instead
say
do a shorter one, being Naruto, so that you can
knew
learn about all your Fortnite-isms.
I actually did think you were going to say that. And if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Frank, kind of agree. Because I've been looking at all these Narutos, and I'm like, I don't fucking get any of this, but that guy kind of looks sort of cool, you know? Running around the damn, what's it called, Leaf Village? And I'm like, this is interesting. What's this all about? And it's like, people love it, man. Like, whenever, on Tumblr, right, if you type in Fortnite, 100% of the first results is just people talking about Naruto.
Okay.
Naruto's a big-ass thing. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, I don't know. It interests me to a degree. A part of me thinks like I just can't get into it, but I haven't tried properly, so you know, gotta actually try. And that way, if we watch that show, at least two of us wouldn't have seen it, as opposed to One Piece, in which case only one of us wouldn't have seen it.
For the first,
Someone at
800
work.
or no, 700 episodes, then you would also be blind.
Someone at work asked me about One Piece.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, Mabini, have you seen One Piece?"
And
I'm
you were like, what are you doing here, Frank?
And he's been watching the Netflix version of One Piece. And I was like, that's like a modified version, right? Because he's like, oh, it's like season 3 or something. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure One Piece is a lot more than 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Like a lot more.
It ends at somewhere really early, right?
Just after the Alabasta arc, I think.
Yeah.
The last time I
very
checked.
early on.
God, this car is so good. I
Sucks,
love it.
man.
It makes such a noise.
Do be going skirt though.
Yeah. The engine's just like, it's like a boat.
Why
But
can't you
it's
drive
not-
a boat in this game?
That is a great question. You're gonna have to ask EA and Black Box, I think they're called.
What's their number?
1-800
Mhm.
EA Sports.
You know what? Weirdly, the number one thing that puts me off of Naruto, I've
Mhm.
actually the multiple number one things.
Yeah.
I hate the design of the main character. That's a big one. I really hate it. I think it's awful. In fact, I
Look,
hate
he looks fine in Shippuden, alright? They fixed it in Shippuden, okay?
the
he
Fortnite
he
version
looks-
does
he's
have
fine.
the Fortnite version does have 2 versions, and I think the other one is the Shippuden one. I don't know for sure though.
Let me double
But I thought
check.
that one looked kind of dumb too. I don't know, just the like bright yellow hair looks really obnoxious to me, and the stupid jumpsuit ninja thing that's like orange is like I don't know. I just it just stings my brain. Sting. That's
Well,
the
he
best
just
word I can use.
he just does that on purpose, though.
That doesn't make me
like-
have to like it.
I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm just pointing out the reason for its existence.
The other thing that comes to mind, and this is not, this is more about the culture rather than the show itself. Which we've had discussions about how trying not to judge a game based on its fan base and stuff. But I can't stop thinking about Naruto running and doing the hand gestures in the corner, and that Filthy Frank video where he talks about weirdos.
But, I mean, that's just anime in general, you know.
I know, but Naruto was so synonymous of that whole stereotype at the time.
I don't know. It's less offensive. It's less offensive than the Dragon Ball Z people because they just scream. They just start screaming in public really loud.
I think we need to lend our energy to Mabini here.
My car's not powerful enough to
No,
run
he's
away.
fine. He's got
I'm just
this.
trying to get bounty
Look at
though.
that giant gash you got on the back of your
I
car.
know, he scratched my
Your
paint,
brand new
man.
car.
You ever played Driver,
No.
Frank?
No.
It's like an old PlayStation game. And the way you start the game, you're in a parking lot and you have to do all these tricks to drive it. They don't actually tell you how to do it. And every
Right.
time you crash, he's like, you scratched my car, man. Scratch my car. I didn't
had-
even know you
Nice.
could get out of the car park. I thought the whole game was in the car park, and then I found out years later that there was actually more to it.
Oh my god. I had one racing game as a kid that wasn't Mario Kart. I was going to do a bit where I list off all the Mario Kart games, but I think it would have overstayed its welcome before I finished.
Yeah.
It was called NRC. I don't remember what it stood for, but it was a sports car racing game, and I had it on Nintendo 64. And it was my least favorite game that I had, and I never played it.
Oh,
But
there was one I played on Nintendo.
I think I've still got it.
Yeah.
Should I go look at my N64 collection just to make sure?
Yeah, good at now.
Okay.
NRC. I don't even know what that would stand for. Nation City Races. Nation Racing City. Oh, he just died. Okay.
National Racist Society. It's a different group, but people get them mixed up when they show up at the same convention, you know.
Is the bad boy? It's actually MRC.
MRC.
Multi-Racing Championship.
That does sound like a very generic racing game.
Sorry, I don't know if we picked up on the mic. MRC, Multi-Racing Championship. Here it is. This bad boy. You can put it up on screen, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Look at that. Doesn't that look fun?
It looks like a rally game.
Mm.
We should play it just
1997,
one time.
Genki. If you want to go through the hoops and struggles and pain and heartache that it takes to set up the damn N64 to be recorded, we can give it a go,
Well,
I guess.
It's probably easier than Need for Speed Most Wanted on PC.
At this point, it feels like it. Fucking hell. You know, that would be fun. It would feel like full circle that I'd finally have a reason to play this game.
Yeah.
The reason I have it is because my N64, my original one before Mabini broke it, I'm just kidding by the way, it just happened to break while he was in the room and I wasn't. I'm kidding again. It broke in the room while I was also in the room. Anyway, my cousins gave our family their N64 because, I don't know, they got like a PlayStation or something, and all the games that came with it that they had, and one of them was this game, MRC. So we've just had it for years, and yeah, I never thought much of it. It's an N64 game, how good could it be? That's a really weird sentence considering many of my favorite games are N64 games. Why did I say that?
Because you secretly hate N64.
Well, I mean,
What? No.
you say that because the games that are not part of your favorite games list tend to be really bad. Like, I think if you took the percentage of all N64 games made, you'd probably have a good percentage of really bad games.
Maybe. There's a lot of games I just don't know or care about. I don't really care about GoldenEye. Everyone loves that game. I'm like, whatever.
Gold and
The other game that I had was Pilotwings in 64, but that game's more of a cult classic, and I can actually appreciate it. Classic Pilotwings action. We've got the Mario statue, Mount Rushmore in the background. You can shoot yourself into it with a cannon. It's pretty fucking awesome. When you did that, it crumbled away and
nice.
turned into Wario or something like that. Pretty sure that's where the inspiration for
Where'd
Wario's
he
battle
go?
cannon came from.
I lost him. He was chasing me and now I've lost. Where is he?
You were lost, but now you're found.
No, you were talking about like a PlayStation one where you were like sitting in a parking lot. Or
Oh.
something.
Oh, yeah.
I forget
Yeah.
what the name was.
Driver.
You said the driver.
Because like you scratched my car, man. Because you guys were talking about the back of the car having scratch paint, which it no longer has.
Yeah, I'm glad you fixed that.
You scratched my
I'm sure the
car.
front of the car is also fine. Don't look at that.
Yeah, it did. No need.
Whoa! I did not know you could do that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You ever watch the Fast and Furious movies?
I have.
Nope.
Are they good?
I like certain ones. Wow, my car's really damaged.
Don't look at those angles. Just look at the back. It's fine.
The back is the good angle.
Yeah. Maybe the bright yellow wasn't the best color, huh?
Maybe I'll make
Kind of
it.
shows the
I'll make it
scratches.
grey because it's the
Yeah.
same color as the
Make it a
damage.
beautiful silver.
Yeah.
Maybe just don't paint it at all.
Yeah.
I wonder how many games I played as a kid where I'd get stuck in the first area and never touched it again. I know Majora's Mask was like that for a long
See,
time before I owned it.
I have the opposite problem, where I'll go back to a game that I loved playing as a kid, and I go, "How the fuck did I play this as a kid?"
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah.
that all the time. It's like, how are they smart enough to figure this shit out? When in reality, it's just you
Yeah.
just have a lot of time to wander around and stumble into the solutions usually. When I rented Majora's Mask the first time as a kid, I like, and a lot of this happened to a lot of people. I'm not special, but
Oh.
people just get overwhelmed by the 3-day cycle and they don't, know that later on you can reset it, and you think that like you only have 3 days in this game, and if you fuck up and you fail, that's it. and you spend the first cycle stuck as a Deku doing nothing, and you're like, it's already day 3, I don't know what I'm doing, man, I haven't done anything yet. And then the moon crashes and you lose, you're like, and that's happened to a lot of people. And I did that when I was a kid. I remember I was actually kind of like really scared of the game, not because of the moon, but because of the intro. It was kind of dark and scary, and I was like, I don't get it. And only when I owned it, like 5 or 6 years later, did I finally be like, okay, we're doing this shit properly. I'm dedicating my life to this game.
He's getting through, he's getting through, he's getting through. I was just going to stop and drink tea, but apparently that's not what he wants me to do.
He leaned over and he grabbed it and he had to put it back down again. You guys have any games that scared you as a child and you just like never touched them again? There was a game for N64 called like Scooby-Doo something, and there was like a night that scared the shit out of me right at the beginning of the game, and I never played it again.
Oh.
You go into this museum and he's like, ooh. Tell me next time, Frank. Bye. Yeah, thanks.